Currently, the organizer of Miss Nigeria, Bruce, is saying that the investigation into Chidimma Adechina's citizenship is being hindered by corruption within South Africa's Department of Home Affairs. According to Bruce, the department has been dragging its feet, failing to act transparently, and potentially protecting individuals involved in fraudulent activities. As a patriotic South African, I find it tempting to believe Bruce's claims, especially given the endless delays and the department's lack of transparency. Initially, the minister seemed reluctant to engage with the issue. Later, the minister stated he wouldn't investigate all suspected ID theft cases without concrete evidence. Now, even with evidence on hand, there seems to be a lack of urgency in addressing the situation, which is problematic for Chidimma, the department, and our country as a whole. Bruce's assertions about corruption within the Department of Home Affairs may very well hold some truth. If the department is not covering up for someone, why has there been such a delay in thoroughly investigating Chidimma's mother's original ID application? A comprehensive check should include verifying the original owner's documents, including their birth certificates and primary school records, alongside Chidimma's mother's documents. This process should be expedited to ensure the integrity of the investigation and uphold justice. Apparently, the organizer of Miss Nigeria by the name Bruce is saying that the Department of Home Affairs in South Africa is corrupt and deliberately obstructing the investigation into Chidimma Adechina's citizenship status. Bruce alleges that the department's investigation into Chidimma's citizenship is a cover-up and that there is a deliberate attempt to protect powerful individuals involved in the alleged fraud. He claims that the ongoing investigation is a facade, designed to mislead the public and obscure the truth. According to Bruce, this corruption extends to the officials who have been handling the case, and that their actions are part of a larger scheme to protect the interests of influential figures. Bruce also accuses the department of being slow and ineffective in handling the case, suggesting that their delays are intentional and aimed at ensuring the issue remains unresolved. He argues that the investigation lacks transparency and that the public is being kept in the dark about crucial details. However, it's important to emphasize that these allegations by Bruce are not supported by the official statements from the Department of Home Affairs. The department has consistently communicated that the investigation is ongoing and that they are committed to uncovering the truth based on factual evidence. They have assured the public that they are deploying all necessary resources to address the matter thoroughly. The case remains under investigation, and until it is concluded, any claims of corruption or deliberate obstruction should be viewed with caution. The Department of Home Affairs continues to focus on ensuring that justice is served and that all involved parties are held accountable based on the results of their investigation. Patriots, as you already know, the background of this story is that Miss Chidimma Adechina's citizenship status is under investigation due to potential fraud and identity theft involving her mother. Here is a clip of what the Miss Nigeria organizer Bruce has said on a Nigerian news channel.
How do you feel about the entire debacle so far?
Well, I'm excited and I'm sad.
Okay.
I'm excited because we're trying to help someone who's been left and abandoned. I'm sad because she was abandoned.
Okay.
And no fault of hers. She's only a victim because she has a Nigerian father and a South African mother.
Now that's where the bone of contention is, because
Yes.
based on, again, it's Africa we're
That's
looking
correct.
at. And this is a situation that how we respond would say a lot about how we react to things on a larger level, on a more dynamic level, I would say. Now, her mum, according to the Home Affairs Department, is South African with a Mozambican descent. But then there is that clause of identity theft, and that's where the bone of contention is. Of course, she has absolutely nothing to do with that. But did this come up at any point in time while you made that decision to invite her to join Miss Universe?
Yes and no.
Okay.
I had a discussion with her, and she said that was being investigated, and I found that there was absolutely no claim whatsoever to that story.
Okay.
She is South African. Her mother is South African.
Wow.
I don't know if it was cooked up. I have no idea. But she tells me the mother is South African. They've dropped that case.
Okay.
So I don't know what's out there in the media now because
Oh, it's a lot of things in the media out there right now.
I know. But as of 2 days ago, I was told
That they've dropped the case?
They've investigated, and the mother is South African.
This is really,
I know,
really, this is crazy.
It's a bit twisted.
So let me get this
So
straight.
I think it's a case of she was going so well in the pageant. He wanted to get her out and use any opportunity to get her out. That's how I see it.
Now, one of the major words that has come up in this entire situation is xenophobic backlash.
Yes.
Those are words that have really been emphasized in this entire situation. And it was hard to use those words because at the time there was no confirmation whatsoever as to whether there was any truth to the identity theft. But now looking at it on the basis of you've spoken to her 2 days ago and she says that case has been dropped.
That's what I was told.
We can go back to the conversation.
I don't have anything on paper, but I was told that.
Did you speak to her mum?
No, spoke to her personally.
But is she in touch with her mother?
Yes, she is, and her father.
And her father. Yeah. And they
live in South Africa.
And they're well aware that she had that conversation with you saying that the case had been dropped.
I don't know.
That's
I don't know.
You have to help me, Guy.
I don't know.
Because we're trying to... Here's another thing. Miss Universe Nigeria is a pageant on its own. Do you think that by getting involved with this without being 100% certain that that case has been dropped, it might in any way affect the pageant and its integrity?
No. She has a Nigerian father. Mm-hmm. She is a dual citizen. She has a Nigerian passport. Makes her a Nigerian as well as South African. Mm-hmm. Based on the fact she's a Nigerian is all I'm looking after.
Okay.
She's a Nigerian because of her father. And he's from Enugu State. Okay. They live in South Africa. And she's 23 years old. The last time she was in Nigeria was when she was 3 years old. And yes, but she has roots in Nigeria. She has family in Enugu. She has family in Lagos. Her mother's family is in South Africa. I don't know beyond that. I'm not in her family to understand all those things, but I can tell you what I'm told. She tells me her family is in SA. And I just feel she was victimized because her only crime is being half Nigerian and half South African, if you ask me. And that's where the xenophobia comes in.
Is this something that you feel personally, like you feel personally acquainted with, that particular story? Because the first thing you said when I asked you was that you were saving someone.
Exactly.
And that sounds like something that really, really meant a lot to you.
Yeah, because you cannot let a Nigerian woman, no matter where she's at in the world, you cannot have a fellow Nigerian and not save that person. You got to save someone in distress. She's been kept in a silo, and they want to put a lid over the silo. That means she can't get out of it. That's stifling.
They're going to put her there?
When I mean silo, is that they put her in a tiny space and nothing to do.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah, so we need to give her this great opportunity. Nigeria is an open field. We don't discriminate. We don't have xenophobia in Nigeria. We don't practice that here. After all, when you look north, you have people from Niger Republic, Chad, coming in here, mixed with the Hausa, they migrate to the south, blend in. Who knows who's who? We're all mixed somehow. We're all mixed in Africa somehow. Why do we want to practice that there in South Africa?
Would you have a different thought if after all of this it was discovered that maybe there was some case of identity theft?
Even if that were the case, that wouldn't be her problem.
Yeah.
Because she was born in South Africa, innocently, to a Nigerian father, South African mother. I'm not going to be responsible for the parents. We're only looking out for a Nigerian girl who has a Nigerian father, and we want to promote in Nigeria. That's all we're looking after.
Now, what do you have to say to people who feel like this is a little unfair to the other contestants, and there might be some level of bias based on the fact that this is already a story? So what are the odds that the others stand a chance to still come out on top?
Well, let's put it this way. We had 24 beautiful ladies who were selected to participate in the Miss Universe Nigeria. We closed this 2 weeks ago. This came up on Friday. We reached out through press release. We spoke on the telephone on Friday. She agreed to go through the same process as the other girls. This was an extraordinary case. Yes, we reached out with an olive branch. It was an extraordinary case. and said, would you like to participate?
Bruce's statements have been characterized by allegations of corruption and mishandling within South Africa's Department of Home Affairs. However, it's crucial to note that the investigation is still ongoing and the official findings are yet to be concluded. Patriots, as you already know, the background of this story involves the ongoing investigation into Miss Chidimma Adechina's citizenship status. The Minister of Home Affairs, Dr. Leon, has provided an official update on the matter. According to the minister, the Department of Home Affairs has discovered prima facie indications of possible fraud and identity theft involving the person recorded as Chidimma Adechina's mother. This revelation came about after the Miss SA contest organizers requested the investigation. The investigation has expanded beyond the initial scope due to new evidence uncovered by the department. This includes extensive archival research, visits to hospitals, and site visits to verify information. The department is working diligently to establish the facts surrounding the allegations. It's crucial to emphasize that Chidimma Adechina, being an infant in 2001, when the alleged fraudulent activities took place, could not have been involved in or responsible for her mother's actions. The Department of Home Affairs has confirmed that Chidimma Adechina is not implicated in these alleged crimes. The department is also evaluating the impact of the alleged fraud on Adechina's citizenship status and is seeking legal advice on the implications. Once the investigation is complete, the department intends to pursue criminal charges against those involved. This case underscores the urgent need for digital modernization within the department to prevent similar fraudulent activities in the future. In contrast, Bruce's allegations about widespread corruption and departmental misconduct lack concrete evidence and are not supported by the ongoing investigation's findings. The matter is still under investigation, and no final conclusions have been reached. The department's focus remains on resolving the case